What's up, guys? What's up with what's up? Where did that statement ever come from? Why do people greet people with what's up? They don't really want to know what's up. Just say, hey, how you doing? If you say how you doing, you can say good, very short, and then you can converse. Two people say what's up to each other, they don't get anywhere. Let's make a trend, start a trend to get rid of what's up. The other, speaking of, let's get rid of, hope all is well. I'm sure you've probably been on both ends. I do not ask anyone, hope all is well. But in a text or email, inevitably you get, hope all is well. What are they saying there? Maybe they're saying, I hope all is well, but I don't want you to tell me. Don't waste my time telling me. And if you really do want to know, then why don't you just say, how was your summer? How was your family? And actually ask for a response. Get rid of hope is all is well. Okay, we made an error on the logo. Fans have brought it up to me. Bill made the error. I didn't catch it. Cup of coffee, coffee, not cup of coffee. Bill is working on it. We'll get rid of that of by next week. Enough said there. All right, somebody reminded me when I brought up Christmas movies last week that you can't leave out It's a Wonderful Life. Absolutely, it is a great movie. When I think of It's a Wonderful Life, though, I think of ham. What? What are you saying, Doug? I'm going to tell you. Ham. When my wife tells me we're having ham for dinner, my first thought is, okay. And then I start eating ham. It's great. And then I immediately think, why do I think it's just okay? Every time I start eating it, it's great. That's what I think about It's a Wonderful Life. Somebody says, oh, you should see it. And I say, yeah, it's okay. But I start watching it. It is a great movie. So put it on the calendar before Christmas. Great movie. I agree. Okay. A word from our sponsor. Enough. Moving on. So much for that word. Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, coaching career. Great, not so great. What's your thought? I would put it somewhere in the middle. Obviously, he's very good. In Cleveland, though, okay. Without Brady in New England, not good, really. With Brady, great. So who was the great? Was it the quarterback or the coach? Maybe great quarterback, good coach. Now he goes to North Carolina. Everybody is bending the knee and thinking he's going to turn North Carolina into what Alabama was with Saban. Not so fast. I don't believe it. We'll see how that goes. Ravens, Vikings, my two teams, the Super Bowl updates. Many people have told me, Doug, your Vikings have Sam Darnold. They're never going to make it. Well, they put up 42 points on the board last week. The Vikings have a lot of talent. They gave up 21. That was a little sketchy. But they closed the door when they needed it. Ravens, Lamar needs to be better, particularly in the fourth quarter. He needs to make better decisions. Great talent. Again, the team is loaded. I still stand by that. Great talent. Comfortable with where those two are right now. Okay, fantasy-wise. Jerry Jeudy lists what I I want to try to be brief on that, but I'm going to give you kind of 3 players that are still on the Jerry Jeudy list and maybe going forward into next year. Think about that. Here's a tip as to who not to draft. 3 players. First of all, the criteria, again, reminder briefly, with Jerry Jeudy list, must be drafted by round 10 or fewer, and really even lower rounds than that. But talked up by fantasy experts saying, oh, watch out for this player. He's on the uptick, and, this is why he wasn't good, but he's going to be good this year. Yeah, that nonsense. Those yahoos that are saying that. And then the players that most likely they'll give you 2 or 3 good weeks over the course of a whole season to keep your interest so you don't drop the player when you should be giving him the heave-ho, or you shouldn't even be drafting him, is to my point. So here's the 3 players. Isaiah Likely, perfect, great week 1, everything. Oh, Doug, what do you mean he's on the list? Yeah, he's been awful. And whoever drafted him probably kept him on their team the entire year and got nothing. A worthless tight end spot. Kyle Pitts, every year, oh, this is the year. This is why he's going to... No, not good. Devontae Smith, this might be a surprise for people. This guy, in one of the leagues, he was drafted in round 4 for you fantasy guys. Round 4. This guy, he's played 4 years. Every year, he's averaged about 1,000 yards. You say, hey, not bad. Divide it out. We're 16, 17 game seasons. This guy's averaging like 60 yards a game. How about 4 catches, 60 yards, and like a third of a TD? He's averaging 6 TDs a year. 6 TDs, 16 game season. Now 17. So you're talking like 4 catches, 60 yards, 0.3 touchdowns. Would you draft that guy in round 4? Would you draft that guy in round 8? No. Don't get him on your team. He won't be on my team. He never has. But okay, beer chug status. I've been telling you about it. My son's league, my team has been awful. I kept saying, I'm going to chug. I'm going to chug. The last week of chugging possibility was last week. Well, where did I finish? Not last. Second to last. I had the worst team of the year. I avoided the chug the whole year. I was tempted to chug a beer anyways in celebration. But no, what do you think? I'm crazy? I haven't chugged a beer in 30 years. I'm not about to start unless, again, I have to, and somehow it'll go down. Playoffs are happening. Fantasy playoffs are happening this week. I'm in 4 leagues. I made the playoffs 3 times. Yeah, all right, I'm patting myself on the back a little bit. Again, I had one awful team. The other 3 teams, I'm in the playoffs. I'm certainly not favored to win in any of them. But look, I'm riding waves. 3 out of 4, not bad. New song for Meatloaf, if he was alive. Meatloaf, sail on. Playoff strategy, guys, for guys and girls in the fantasy league. Bench players that have a bad game flow. Okay, I've talked about game flow. Hopefully you've heard it from me by now. I don't know if you've heard, it's important. I don't know if you've heard it from other fantasy Yahoo experts, but game flow is important. Bad game flow teams, if your guys are playing like Giants, Saints, Cleveland Browns, I shouldn't say the Browns. Winston has kind of changed that. But there's some teams out there with bad game flow risk. Be careful if you're playing those guys. And just a lot of times you just got to hope for a positive game flow. You can't really predict it. But if you can get guys, if you can pick those games where you think going to have a positive game flow, Positive game flow, TDs going back and forth. Negative game flow, field goals, nothing. Conservative play. You don't want that. I'm playing, who am I playing? I'm playing Adam Thielen over Zay Flowers. I would say Zay Flowers is a much better receiver, but there's like a game flow situation. Thielen's playing Dallas. You know, Zay Flowers is going to be in the cold against the Giants. Not sure. I'm taking Thielen. Again, hoping for a better game flow with Thielen. Keep working the waiver wires right to the end. You never know who you can pick up at the last moment that might take you over the top. Good luck in the playoffs. Great game tonight, Thursday. I know you'll be glued to the TV set. Let's go.